Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Beyond the Gate. I am the Dust Man. I'm your host, bringing another episode and bringing you another guest that we've been elusively trying to get for a while. We got Stella, so we're gonna get right on into that. First off, so what's your full name?
My name is Stella Pearson.
And so, how long have you been racing?
I've been racing since I was 11 years old.
Okay,
So
okay.
4 years now.
4 years. And then, who do you ride for?
Kegels.
Kegels? Awesome. So how long you been riding for Kegels?
Um, 3 of those 4 years.
3 of the 4 years? Okay, that's pretty cool. So what class do you race?
I race 15-16 Girls X and 15-16 Girls Cruiser.
Okay, and then you just turned expert, right?
Yeah.
When was your first expert race then?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, and how was that different? Was that
It
awesome?
was pretty fun, but they're fast.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of hard to adjust to the expert speed.
It does. It's gonna make you a lot faster,
For
right?
sure.
Yeah. But you've been racing with experts for a while anyway because you ride cruiser, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you start off cruiser like right away?
Yeah, so I started in novice, and my dad wanted me to get to do something different.
Right.
And since he volunteers, I get to race for free.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's like, might as well race two classes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I started racing cruiser, and I was actually doing really good
Yeah.
at the start. So now
Well,
I'm
that's
racing.
that's good because like when I started, I didn't do cruisers. But like when you just like start off doing both bikes, it's gonna be a lot easier for you to adjust.
Yeah.
So like going from 20-inch to cruiser, it's gonna be so much better for you like the rest of your career, you know, rather than just trying to jump on a cruiser when you get a little bit older. It's like a lot harder. So what was your very first bike then?
I had a Haro expert.
Really, a horror expert? What color?
It was blue and silver.
Nice. That's awesome. So how did you like your first bike? Was that a really good one?
It was pretty smooth, but then once I got on a standard, it was like completely different.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what bike you ride now, the
Yeah,
standard.
our team is sponsored by Standard.
Okay, okay. So yeah, Kegel sponsored by Standard. And I think most of you guys ride standards,
Yeah,
right?
pretty
Yeah,
much the whole team rides them.
yeah. And then so what made you pick this color?
I wanted something custom that nobody else would have.
Yeah,
So I got the turquoise faded to raw, and that pink accents, kind of like Miami Vice.
yeah, yeah. It looks really good. I do like that. I do like standards the way they make the custom painting and stuff like that. It's really nice. So you got your award today. How did that feel?
It was pretty exciting. It feels good to be with the girls now.
Yeah.
Not racing the boys anymore.
Right, and you only get that one time.
Yeah.
You know, like going
There's
from
no going back.
yeah. So like it's definitely it's a big step, but it's a really awesome step. You know. So let's see. So what actually got you into BMX?
I was 10 at the time, and my friend raced the state championship, and my dad took me to come watch. And I thought it was pretty cool. So then the next year, when I turned 11, I did the beginners league.
Really? Okay, so you went through the beginners league. Awesome. So how did that go? Like I've never
It
been
was
to.
pretty fun.
Yeah.
My dad did it too.
Yeah. Did they teach you a lot?
Yeah, I learned how to pump, pedal, everything. Because
Really?
before that, I didn't know how to ride a bike.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just learned how to ride a bike.
Really? Just
And
on the
then-
playground?
Yeah, and then I did it, and I won my class for it. So I
Wow.
was like, I think I'm gonna keep doing this.
Really? Okay. Well, if you guys are not racers, I know I got a lot of people out there that are on my friends list that they should be watching. But if you are and you want to ride beginners league, that's where it's at. Rockford's gonna be doing another one here next month, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys want to get one next month, Rockford BMX. So you said you've been racing for 4 years. So like when you first got here, like what was the hardest thing to like overcome when you first started racing?
I was pretty scared of the gate.
Yeah, the
I've seen
gate.
a lot of people flip it,
Right.
but then a couple years after I started, I flipped it for the first time,
Oh no.
and it wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
then I
yeah.
just kind of overcame it.
Right. Yeah. So like once it actually happens, it's like, oh, that ain't so bad.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
But then like the first straight, that big drop is pretty scary.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another one. And they made it bigger over the years, so
Yeah.
it's like even harder. Uh, and when you're first like fresh off and not used to going over rollers, that's definitely a tough one.
Yeah.
So what about like right now? So who's like your biggest competition out there right now?
What are Meekums?
Yeah, the Mikums?
But I'm friends with them.
Yeah.
It's like we're pretty chill.
Right, right. So like what's the main difference between racing? Did you race boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
what's the main difference between racing the boys and then racing the girls?
Boys are a lot more rough.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Right. Are they a lot more sketchier too?
Yeah, for sure.
Little-
Intermediates, they're pretty sketchy.
Yeah, pedaling like crazy and not being smooth, huh?
No,
Where
not at all.
girls are mostly smooth, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
get
we
that.
don't, none of us want to run into each other.
Yeah, well, you guys are fast too, but like you're just like more smooth than
Yeah.
than anything. So like I seen you out there jumping and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love it.
So how did you learn how to jump?
I don't know. I think because I have a freestyle bike at home, so
Yeah,
I just kind of learned how to bunny hop,
right.
and then I took it out here and then picked it up pretty
Yeah,
quickly. I started on the little small table in the third straight,
yeah,
and then moved to the table in the first straight,
right.
and now I'm trying to do the one in the last straight.
Yeah, yeah. So you just work your way up.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. Like if you get like even just like a ramp at home, and the landing and they're separate, just start making them a little bit longer and longer and longer until you're like way up past like something that you ever thought you'd ever do.
Yeah.
That's something that yeah, that's what we used to do when we were kids. We were sketchy, sketchy jumping, like jumps that were 20 feet long. We never thought we'd do something like that, but it was just from going a little bit more and more, and just pushing your boundaries. So you're not scared of jumping. That's awesome. Have you learned how to manual yet?
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I can manually step down.
Okay, going into the second corner. Yeah.
And now I'm starting to try doubles.
Right, right, right. Yeah, manuals are honestly, I think it's easier to jump than manual. Manual takes a lot more
Manual's
technique.
pretty
Yeah, the only thing you got to do when you jump is know how to land.
land wrong it.
Yeah, yeah, manual, and you got to know how to do the whole thing. What was your first national?
The Midwest Nationals
Yeah.
in 2020. I think it was the year I
Okay.
started. I did
Really?
nationals
So it was your
time.
first year? That's awesome. So how was that? Like, how did you do in
The
that?
first year I didn't do good at all.
No?
No,
Well, I
not
mean,
at all.
that's to be expected, I mean, not everybody goes out there and kicks butt their first, race, um, especially at a national. But how was the experience? It was just
It
awesome,
was
though,
pretty
right?
good. It was just crazy to see so many people.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
at the local races, it's just small. But then when you see all the nationals, it's crazy.
yeah, yep, yep. I've been going to this race since like, God, I was like, I don't know, 6 years old. So like, it never gets old. It's always awesome. It always gets really, like better and better and better. So make sure you stay in it. Um, so like if you could tell kids like that were learning how to do like jumping, like what would your best advice for them to be?
Just commit to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
commit.
don't be scared.
Yeah,
If you have enough speed, just pull up.
yeah.
And you'll get a little bit of air at least.
Right, right. Yeah. I mean that's true. Just commit. Don't be scared. That's what makes a good BMX rider is to not be scared, or just you can be scared. It's okay to be scared, but you gotta keep going with it, right? Because I mean, even when I do a backflip, I'm scared, but it don't stop me. It don't stop me from going, and it don't stop me from trying. I could crash, I might not, but I'm gonna go for it. That's what makes a good rider. So, so what's your favorite gait then? What gait position do you like?
I I like being on the inside, but I like one.
Yeah,
She usually gets pushed over.
yeah,
But usually if I'm in eight, I like to cut over pretty
right, right,
hard.
right.
So eight is kind of fun because then you can just cut over on everybody.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah,
really expect it.
yeah,
And then you can get first turn first.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, gate eight is definitely it's a love-hate relationship, you can get really good pedals out of there because
yeah.
nobody's trying to get over on you, but then again you're stuck on the outside.
Yeah,
So
nobody ever comes over this way.
yeah, so it's like I don't know, it's a give and take. You just gotta have a really good first straightaway,
Yeah.
and then it's like don't matter. So what's your favorite track? Have you ever been to a bunch of other tracks?
I've been to quite a few tracks. I love Rockford BMX.
Yeah.
Being my home track. It's great to have this as a home track.
Yep.
I've been to Elgin a couple times. Been to all the Illinois tracks.
Yeah.
But I really love Louisville. It's
Really?
pretty fun.
Yeah, Louisville is an awesome place. I should have been there this weekend. We both probably should have been there, but that's all right. Next year. Um, that's definitely probably one of my favorites as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, Louisville is definitely really high on my list of tracks. I love their pro set. Yeah, so like you're probably gonna love their rebuild too, because like their last straightaway looks like it's gonna be like a jumpy, so you'll be able to jump it. So what's your next national? Have you ever been to a Grands actually? No, you never been to a Grand? Oh man, we're gonna have to get you to a Grands. The Grands is like it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like 6 Midwest Nationals all put together.
I always watch it on YouTube every
Yeah.
year. But I just never go.
It's so fun. Well, what is your next national? Do you know what your next national is? Probably Midwest.
Probably Midwest again. I
Yeah,
really want to hit Nashville though.
yeah,
'Cause that
yeah.
track looks
That
fun.
track is very fun as well. They did a full rebuild there too, so I'm not sure. I haven't rode that yet, but it's definitely an awesome track to go to as well. It kind of like reminds me of Rockford. It's got like a downhill first straightaway though, a little bit more than Rockford, but other than that, the track's kind of similar. Um, so Louisville's your favorite track. Did you go down the Big Hill?
No,
No?
when I went, I was only like 12.
Yeah.
I was pretty small.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of scared for a while to go down it.
Yeah, we were there for Christmas one year, and it happened to be really warm outside.
Yeah,
So we hit the track. There was nobody there,
right.
so we just got to ride.
Heck yeah. Yeah, that's a fun track, a very fun track. So what do you like racing better? Do you like racing your 20-inch better, or do you like racing your cruiser better?
I like the cruiser better.
Yeah,
It's
and
more smooth than the 20,
yeah,
and I've had like the cruiser way longer than I've had my 20.
okay,
Because when I was still novice, I only had one bike, and I had a supercross cruiser,
right.
so I was only racing on the cruiser.
Oh,
Like, I was
okay.
able to race both classes only on one bike.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So like you're definitely way more used to that
Yeah.
then. Yeah, so that's like the OG then. That's awesome. Uh, so who do you like? What do you like your classes like? What class is bigger? Do you race like a bigger class in 20-inch, or do you race a bigger class in cruiser?
20 is probably too bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. 'Cause
Okay.
sometimes in cruiser I don't have a class, so I get bumped up
Right.
over the ladies class.
Yeah.
Like today, I got bumped up to 1720.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, luckily, I mean, we're still blessed to have like as many motos as we do. A lot of places, man, there would be one moto of women in cruiser, you know.
Yeah.
So like, I've been to God, it was Peoria, and there was 8 motos. Yeah, so like I was like Moto 1 and Moto 7.
wow.
So like you have like yeah, so we're pretty blessed like on that. So that's a good thing. Um so what do you do for some training to go like to get better
Well, I
and
play 5 sports, including this.
really?
So it's just for school. I
Really?
play football.
Okay.
So all the training for that kind
Yeah.
of puts into this. We do a lot of running.
Yep,
So
yep,
it gets my legs strong. And then in the wintertime, we'll hit the gym.
yep. Okay. So you do football. That's awesome. That makes a big difference working out like that.
Yeah.
And like that's when Elijah Wan started getting really like faster than I was because I didn't do that. I didn't play football. I played baseball, and we didn't really work out like that for baseball. So like, and I could tell a big difference when like we went back to the track and like he was like going way fast. I'm like, dude, what the heck? He's like, I'm playing football, working out all the time. And I'm like, well, all right, well, so yeah, that makes a big difference. So like, do you like what about some music? Do you like to get hyped up on any music? What's your favorite song to get to listen to?
For racing, I don't really do anything, but at nationals, I for sure do. I just ride laps around as soon as I can.
Yep. And what song do you like?
I like some rap, but then I also listen to like Christian music.
Okay.
'Cause I'm a Christian, so
Yep,
I listen
yep.
to some of that stuff.
Okay.
There's a guy named Boris Frank. He plays a lot of that type of music. So,
Okay. Well, good. I like to hear. I like to listen, to like almost all music.
Yeah.
So like I like to hear what everybody else is like has to say, and it's really interesting because then I'll go listen to them and see what they like. Um, so what about we got state championship coming up. Are you in state qualifier? Are you
this
in
year
that
I
ranking?
wasn't,
No.
because we missed one of the qualifiers.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't able to
Well, that's
get
okay.
in
You're
this
still
year.
gonna show up in the break some
Oh
hearts,
yeah,
right?
I'll be in the race. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So I mean, it don't matter. You can go out there and win first place and like just show them that
Yeah.
who the real winner is.
Right.
But that's good. I mean, state's fun, but it's not always the like the most important thing. Just being out here having fun and just showing up for the big race. That's more important than going to every single race and it's fun racing around. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but it's definitely it's hard to work your schedule around.
Yeah, it's a
So
lot of traveling to go to all those
yeah,
tracks.
yeah. So I mean, it's and it costs a lot of money too.
For sure.
So let's see. What about yeah? So like you said, you've been on Kegels for 3 years. What's your favorite thing about being on Kegels?
You get discounts at the store.
Yeah, discounts.
Yeah.
Dude, that's literally what Wildman said.
Yeah,
I said
discounts.
I was like, "What's your favorite thing?" He said the discounts. That's definitely the best thing about
But
it.
then, like the people that work there, I know them all
Yeah.
pretty personally.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool people.
Yeah, Rob is a really good guy. I've known Rob since I was 5 years
He's
old.
awesome.
Yeah, and Rob was actually one of the first people to give me. He gave me my first actual BMX race bike. I had a big old Huffy from Walmart, and I was racing that for a while. And I went to the Kegels bike shop back when I was 5 years old, and he gave me a PK Ripper. Yeah, so thank you for that, Rob. And he is a really good guy. So that's awesome. Kegels is a really good team to ride for. Your dad does pictures. So how do you like your dad out there taking pictures of you?
And I think it's pretty cool because then I have a bunch of stuff I can post.
Right, right. So like, and it's like, you're like, it's like your personal like photographer
Yeah,
over there,
it's pretty cool.
Yep, Dad, you're a personal photographer. You got to get some good shots, get some good edits. Yeah, he was doing a good job at them edits as well. I definitely appreciate him out there doing them pictures too, because like everybody out there has, awesome pictures. So what about like any like rituals before you go out there and race? Do you have like, do you gotta like stretch or do you gotta like do anything special before you go out there and race? Like for like a lucky sock, like you got a kiss or something?
Yeah, local races I don't really do too much.
Yeah,
Big races I
big
definitely do
races.
some stuff.
Yeah,
Like I'll stretch before the big races
yeah.
and listen to music and then I'll pray.
Right,
So
right,
that,
right.
I feel like that helps for sure.
Oh yeah,
Mindset.
oh yeah. It definitely. Like getting your mindset is one of the main things about BMX. Is like, especially going to nationals. It's like
Yeah.
you got to be able to keep it all together. So like racing these big races, like even at Grands, like if you go to Grands, you got to be able to keep that that mindset good. So that's awesome. Um, uh, I don't know. I think we got anything else? What do you think? You got anything you want to add?
Mm, oh, not really.
No? All right. Well, awesome. Well, we just got our expert. Um, I think we're pretty good.
Any kids that have the opportunity to do this, it's pretty fun.
It is. It is. It is. If you guys have the opportunity, you got to get out here. It's a great opportunity, and like she said, you ain't even got to know how to ride. Just come out here and they'll teach you. Um, they got bikes, helmets, everything, right? So, and you'll come out here and she might even help you teach you. So,
Yeah, I've taught the beginners league.
yeah, right. So come on out and get taught by the best. And you might have time in your life. So I appreciate you for coming. You wanna thank anybody?
I'd like to thank Kegels and all the people that work there and Standard, our sponsor.
And then thanking
My
Dad over there.
dad.
Yeah, right, right.
Track photographer, my dad.
Yeah, the personal photographer over here. We gotta thank him. Yeah. Well, I thank you for coming on. It's it was a while that it took me a little bit to get you on here, but I was definitely waiting for a while, and I couldn't wait any longer. I had to get you on here. So it's really good that I got you on here. It was really good learning about a little bit more about you. And watching you ride today and seeing getting that expert certificate, that was really awesome. Keep it up and keep doing the good things, and keep teaching kids. And you're doing good things out there. Yep. You're gonna be an awesome rider, even when you get even a little older. You're an awesome rider now, but you'll get better. So yeah, we'll see you guys Wednesday. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.